On July 4th, in addition to the cookouts and fireworks, a lot of people stop to think about our nation's history since its independence. Well, over in McKenzie, Tennessee, there's a little museum that shares a special chapter of Tennessee's history. It's a destination that Ken Wilshire explores on our first stop.
This seemingly small, nondescript old building on the town square in McKenzie once housed the United States Post Office. But today, the post office has moved, and instead of letters, packages, and postal workers inside, visitors will find an absolutely incredible transformation. It's an amazing world of history filled with memorabilia about a former Tennessee governor and congressman, volumes and volumes of ancestral documents and family books, and priceless items that could have been lost forever but now have a home.
The lady that started the museum was Mary Ruth DeVault, and she had a class on genealogy many years ago and got a lot of people involved in it and got him to charter the Carroll County Historical Society. Then in 1987, she had the opportunity to buy the post office, and they let her have it. We've been here since 1987.
It's the Governor Gordon Browning Museum and Genealogical Library. Its director is Jerry Cox, and there's no one more knowledgeable about what you'll find here than Jerry.
And this is the anniversary program in 1958 that tells us he graduated in 1908. And we could read that on his diploma until the brown ink faded out.
Governor Browning was born in the late 1800s and raised not too far from the museum near Atwood. He had a variety of educational, political, and military experiences, including duty in World War I and II. He was well respected not only by his Tennessee constituents, but around the world.
He loved the military. He didn't like politics because it was all about compromise. In the military, you could tell somebody what to do, and they did it.
The museum is a quiet, off-the-trodden-path place to explore our past. You can leisurely browse the multitude of items by yourself, or just ask Jerry if you want a more colorful account of the people, places, and things. Actually, this might seem like a shot in the dark, but I'm certain the museum really does hold the key to some deep, dark secrets about our past and Governor Browning.
He took the money away from the crooked politicians and put it in school systems. And he ran across an adoption scandal in Memphis.
And Jerry may not be a politician, but he sure knows Browning politics as well as all the untold treasures you'll find at the museum.
President Roosevelt told Eisenhower, says, you need Gordon Browning to help you reorganize Europe politically. And we've got quite a bit of his memorabilia here. In fact, the most famous item we have here is a cigar that he got out of Herman Goering's office when Herman committed suicide.
One thing is certain, Jerry will spur lots of interest, and he sure doesn't fiddle around with the uniform approach he takes on his tours, even if it might raise an ominous red flag regarding past events.
One lady says, take that thing down. I said, no, that's a trophy. I said, J.P. Carter captured one of those flags, and James Marshall traded for one when he was flying in and out of Berlin. Where else have you seen two Nazi flags in one place? They're trophies that came from World War II.
As you can see, much of Governor Browning's papers, books, and personal belongings are housed here, but the museum offers so much more. While there are hundreds and hundreds of artifacts here in the museum about Governor Browning, one of the main reasons people come here is to research their family history. There are literally thousands of documents for people to use to do that.
We have visitors here from as far as Washington and California, Oregon, and they come here and trace their ancestors. My son asked me to help him find his Civil War ancestors, and he had stopped up here 3 or 4 times and talked to Mary Ruth DeVault, and she had helped him some, and he said, we got to go to the museum on Saturday. So here we came, and I've been hooked ever since. When I walked in and told Miss DeVault that my grandmother was a Browning, she said, praise the Lord, says we're going to get to find out something about the Brownings now, because Gordon Browning said ancestors was like taters, the best parts on the ground.
The museum also maintains the Carroll County Archives, dating back to the early 1800s, even before it was a county. It's a perfect place for tracing family, in-laws, and even outlaws.
The story I like to tell is that Gordon Brown and I both kin to the Woodsons, and we're kin to Jesse James. We're third cousin. And that probably what made him a good politician.
The Browning Museum contains a virtual treasure trove of old household goods and tools from another place in time, farm implements, arrowheads, Civil War currency, and even a tile from the heat shield of the ill-fated space shuttle Columbia. It's a fitting tribute to Governor Browning, who accomplished so much and who was a deeply rooted Tennessee statesman. And even if he wasn't that concerned about knowing his ancestry, he certainly gave us a place to find ours, and so much more.